Good morning. It is Monday, July 1st. It's finally summer officially. It can be hot now. Enough of that hot in May bullshit. We got a vital vibe for you. It's Waylon Jennings. Picked this up in Victoria, Texas from my friends at Rosebuds. Check out the cover, those of y'all watching. Looks like a Van Halen cover, huh? But anyway, check it out off this record. It's on side A. Women do know how to carry on, and yes, they do. I'll tell you all about it here in a little bit. Check out the vinyl vibes. All right, good morning once again, guys. Thank y'all for the podcast listeners. Those of y'all tuning in on iTunes, Spotify, on Anchor. Thank y'all for those of y'all. Those numbers are staying steady. For those of y'all that are now subscribing on YouTube, thank you. We saw a little bump on our YouTube numbers. We put out our first video clip this past week, and I seem to enjoy it. The feedback that we've gotten has been great, so we're trying to stick with the video. If you see, I'm working on my little backdrop here, trying to get that to where it's nice and consistent. I'm going to do a quick little intro this morning, just because I got two segments for y'all. I did a sit down with a longtime friend of mine, Berto Garcia. Funny guy. If you follow me on Instagram, which those of y'all watching on Instagram right now, you do. You probably saw the clip of me and him sitting. That wasn't even the conversation. That was before I actually started recording. Of us just being silly, and that's why I invited him on. I like having guests on here, not just that are interesting, but that are friends of mine, because I know that I'm gonna feel comfortable enough to be silly with them, and then y'all get to kind of peep that situation there and see me being relaxed. Because those of y'all that have just met me through comedy and that know me and that tried to talk to me, I'm kind of quiet when I first get to know you. It takes me a minute to get back to that level of silliness that I get to on stage. But anyway, I sat down with Berto. It's going to be a good conversation. It was a long conversation, and then of course I want to give Sweets her time here on the show, because she was gracious enough. She stayed up late with me last night. We were rearranging the living room, and she's doing some video stuff for her teaching over on the other side of the living room, and now I got my podcast little set up over here. So we turned like half of our living room into like a mini, I don't want to say TV station, what a YouTube studio slash teaching backdrops. It looks interesting. I'll share some pictures with y'all once we get it all set up, and this will change. But so anyway, so that's the plan for the show today. Man, I had a great weekend. I did a fundraiser for Judge Joe Benavides. If you're in Nueces County, make sure you vote to re-elect him. He's a great justice of the peace. He actually performed my marriage ceremony to Sweets. So a longtime friend. I met him through doing a benefit for him the last time he ran. So I'm glad to see him running again, and I wish him the best of luck, and thank you, sir, for having me out. I went out there and I brought Larry Garza and Big Al Gonzalez from San Antonio. Funny cats, professional guys. We had to pretty much behave ourselves a little bit, because it was mainly judges and lawyers and cops and all this stuff. But it was really cool. My divorce attorney for my first marriage was actually out there, so that was cool, him getting to see me do what I do. And he came up to me and was very complimentary and whatnot. And then also the big thing, DA Mark Gonzalez. For those of y'all watching on YouTube, I'll share the video here or there. I don't know where, but I'll share I'll share the picture somewhere. It's somewhere around here. But I got to meet him finally, and because he's a public figure here in town, and he's also been on Texas Monthly and Comedy Central. Interesting guy. He's got an interesting backstory, man. And I don't know. Hopefully someday the show's popular enough that I could actually warrant inviting him on, because he's like I said, he's a district attorney. He's part of a motorcycle club. And he also was a defense attorney for a while. What is? I'm trying to see what's going on with my laptop here. Hold on. Those are on the live. And we're back. You see, I even show you the technical difficulties at all. Apparently, my laptop did overheat because I got a bunch of shit going on with it at the same time. I'm recording. I'm trying to run the fucking Instagram, and my wife told me when I was setting this up, she goes, "Do you want the cool mat over there?" And I said, "No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We good. We good. We good." And what happened? What happened? Of course, it overheated, but it's okay. I'm only gonna be with y'all a few more minutes. But anyway, like I was saying, D. Mark Gonzalez, the patron saint of potheads here in Corpus Christi, Texas. I got a little velita with his picture on it, so that's how I like it. I like that. And because he implemented for the district attorney's office a cite and release program here in Nueces County. So roll down. Anything less than like an ounce, you good. They're going to give you a ticket. No cuffs. Like you're a criminal for having a plant. All right. So I was happy to get to meet him. Got to take a quick little picture with him. Interesting dude. That was probably one of the highlights of my weekend. Of course, the main highlight being that my sons were here. Got to have a Raquito weekend. Friday night, my oldest came up with the idea that we should have a Nerf fight. That would be the activity for the weekend. So went bought like $100 worth of Nerf Guns, and I said, "Yep, that's the entertainment budget for the weekend. You nailed it." So we bought a bunch of Nerf Guns, and then Saturday we had a little. We were gonna have a battle royale. We ended up doing basically like a hide and seek, where first of all I started off outside the house, and then they came and hid, and I had to basically clear the house. You know, it's good family fun. You know, practicing for a home invasion. You know, it's make it educational, make fun, educational, and I use the Nerf Guns to talk to the boys about just about a little bit basics of gun safety. They're still pretty young. Well, Josh isn't. Josh should already know. But Louis, you know, I talked to him about keeping the gun pointed down, never pointing at anybody, and a little bit of trigger etiquette with them. But yeah. So good times were had by all. Let me get to a couple shows because I want to get over to Berto right away. So coming up, it is now July. This weekend, July 6th, I will be in McAllen, Texas, at CNL Ray for 2 shows with Chingo Bling for the Latino as Fuck tour. So make sure you check out that. If you're in McAllen, Texas, I want to see you out there. July 13th, as of right now, I am scheduled to be at Charlie's Pub here in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm doing a special appearance for a longtime friend of mine, Adrian Gonzalez. He is the lead singer, the front man for the band Rez, R-E-S-Z. I did their first album release party. They're trying to record their second album. Great band. If you love like Stone Temple Pilots or any of that stuff, they got a great sound like that. They're trying to raise some money finish up their second album, and I'm happy to support them. They'll be out at Charlie's Pub selling barbecue plates. They'll have music and they'll have comedy by yours truly. Please support them.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, shit, man. And we're here today with Berto Garcia.
See that?
Berto Garcia, shit, man.
See what happened there?
Welcome out to the.
I didn't give myself enough time to record the intro. It's okay. It's okay. Those of y'all watching, you see, this is what y'all get to see. Y'all get the nitty gritty. What is it? Okay. So I will be in Corpus July 13th pending. There is another date that I might have to cancel. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I'm waiting on confirmation, so I'm zipped on that until that happens. But if that opportunity comes through, I gotta take it, and if it happens, you'll see why. Where else? Where else, Javi, will you be? Well, then I'll be on vacation the week after that. I'll be in Frio country, baby. No tubing for me, though. Just going to sit in the river, drink some beer, relax, spend some time with the family, do some writing. And then I will be back hitting it hard. July 24th, I will be in Laredo, Texas. Come on out. I will be doing the rooftop comedy out there. You can, if you look up Aaron Suarez, he's the one putting it together. And I'll also follow my social media. I'll put up the particulars for it. And then July 27th, that weekend, I will be in Austin, Texas. That's right, Austin, Texas. Coming back to you at the Santa Cruz Theater for the Border Laughs comedy tour or comedy show. Josh Castro puts it on. It's there in Austin, Texas. I'm not from a border town unless you count the Gulf of Mexico as the border. But fuck it, I'm glad to be a part of it anyway. I'm going to be on there. Aaron Suarez is going to be on there and a few other guys. So come on out, Austin, Texas, July 27th, Santa Cruz Theater. And here's Berto. Trying to get this. Trying to record this right, Irma. Irma, do you do a podcast or you go live a lot, huh? And that's it. That's it for July, man. July 20th. So that's July 6th, McAllen. July 13th, Corpus Christi. July 24th, Laredo, Texas, and July 27th. Austin, Texas. So that's it. So then we're into August, and I only do 1 month at a time. So I'll let you know what's going on in August when we get there. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all gonna enjoy this episode. Those of y'all staying on with us on YouTube. Those of y'all on the live, you have to wait. It'll be out on iTunes here in about a couple hours. So it's gonna be a good chat, good time chatting with Berto. Good and always a great time talking with my wife, and we're going to be reviewing Mr. Iglesias. Oh my God! With Gabriel Iglesias' new sitcom on Netflix. So if you haven't watched it or you have watched it and you just want to know what we thought, you can tune in. And here comes the dogs. So I'm done with the intro. Perfect timing. See y'all in a bit. You gotta do what you gotta do. Shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. We're here today with Berto Garcia.
What's going on,
Berto Garcia? Man? Shit, man. welcome out to the original Gordito Clubhouse right here.
Mike,
shit.
thank you so much.
We're trying a new format today.
It's great, man.
All right, we were the Grand Exitos.
Yeah, the Grand Exitos are great, man.
But they came in. They said we're going to a country format.
Yeah.
And then we got to change it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, nothing countryer than Ramon Ayala, man.
Shit, so I know you thought you were coming in to talk to a Spanish station today, but shit happens. I don't know shit. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, the Tigres are from the Norte.
We were playing Tigres in Norte last week, and now I'm playing Kevin Fowler 5 times a fucking hour.
Fowler.
Fucking shit. Hey, you know what?
I've been at Kevin Fowler concert. You ever been at Kevin Fowler concert?
You sure shit.
Doesn't he always say, "Hey, I'm Kevin Fowler"? He always says that. He's like, "I'm Kevin Fowler."
I used to like Kevin Fowler back in the day, man. Like when he was
the beer bait ammo.
Yeah, the beer bait ammo days. Butterbean. Fucking don't touch my willy.
Personally, I'm not a fan of the Kevin Fowler, man.
Fucking, I loved him all the way up until Long Line of Losers.
Long line of losers.
Yeah.
The blah blah boozers. Yeah. I have a funny Kevin Fowler thing, man.
You have a funny Kevin Fowler thing?
A few years back, I bought some tickets for a date, and we went to go see the Freddy Rodriguez band. I'm not a fan of either of these bands.
Bragging, bro.
I'm not a.
Go on dates.
He was nice.
He was a nice guy?
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
You met him?
Yeah, he was nice.
That's cool. I've heard mixed stories about.
Oh no, my date. He was a nice guy.
Oh, the guy. He was. I missed it because I'm fucking woke, so I don't see homosexuality as
reality.
a punchline.
No, I didn't say it was a push.
That's fine if you do. Like,
it's Gay Pride Month. You know, it's LGBT Pride Month. It's Pride Month.
It's okay that you, for some reason, still find homosexuality to be funny. I mean, it's
look. I find it funny, and I find it also brave. So both. I also think
good.
Yeah, funny
good,
and
good
brave.
Good answer.
But having said that, Kevin Fowler, you know how he is. He's synchronized. He has synchronized dance moves to every one of his songs. You know this, right?
I don't think I paid attention enough.
Yeah.
You're telling me that he does the same dance.
And the only reason I know
concert?
because he came out like he was before Randy Rogers, right? And he's like, "Hey, y'all." You couldn't hear anything he was saying, but then the song was going, like the music was playing, but you couldn't hear his mic was off or something. He's just doing like cheerleader dance moves.
Still doing the moves.
Doing cheerleader dance moves.
Doing the redneck raise the roof.
Exactly.
Because we don't go up like his hands.
He was doing like little dance moves and stuff to his whole thing while he was singing into his earpiece like Madonna. And then he just freaks out that the whole audience is booing him. He's like, why would people boo me?
Because he can't hear up there.
Right. So then they tell him the situation. And then he fixes it. Then he goes, "Hey y'all, sorry, I'm Kevin Fowler. Let's get this party started." And then he does the exact same song and the exact same moves.
You know, he's a good time guy. Like if you want to go out, fucking drink a couple fucking $8 Bud Light
in a small 12-ounce cup.
You know what I'm saying? then he's your man.
That's right. He is. You
know what I'm saying?
If you have bait and ammo,
listen. If you want to get yourself a ticket, about $25 after services and fees.
That's right.
Come out, get yourself a couple $12 tall cans of beer. While you're at it, grab yourself a $40 trucker hat.
Oh yeah.
Because listen, I got fucking bills to pay. I'm motherfucking Kevin Fowler.
That's right. This is a new format.
I got bills to fucking pay. Listen, and I'm not like a rich man. All I want the same thing that every other man wants: just a little piece of land, just 700 acres. Yeah. That's all I need. Shit, not much.
Not much. No.
I don't ask for much.
That we could raise your bison.
So you could raise exactly
grain-fed bison.
So I could raise my own beef. Right, watch my children grow up.
That's right.
Shit, you know my baby girl. You know she just got her first ATV for her 5th birthday. We're really proud of her.
She's only one right now.
Right,
she's not even one. She's for her 5th birthday.
Gonna grow into it though. She's gonna grow into it. Shit. So if you don't mind, get yourself one of those $40 trucker hats. One of those because I'm just a simple man.
You're the messenger.
Like I'm just a poor working American like everybody else in this concert right now.
The emphasis on work.
Listen, I am a roughneck. I know I don't go to like work every day or like I don't do no welding or nothing like that. Right. But I'm a hardworking American.
Right.
Just like
singing about hardworking
just
Americans
like yo
and profiting off of them.
I'm just telling y'all a story.
Pretty good, man.
And I like y'all's clothes.
Yeah. Kevin Fowler. Yeah, that's what he did. Like he always says that. Hey y'all.
I always found that funny about the like country artists because at some point it's like, okay, well you're not like Johnny Cash never worked in like as much as I love him. He never worked in a factory. He
also stole the.
You know, he stole.
Was it Ring of Fire or was it Walk the Line? Yeah, it was Walk the Line. I think he stole the Walk the Line
probably
from some lady back in the day.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it. It all happens. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, he was a hardworking man.
Good artists create, great artists steal, man.
That's what was it? T.S. Eliot? Yeah. Who said that?
I don't know. I don't
know anymore.
I don't know. I just stole it from him. I said it, bitch.
Subpar artists are original. No such thing.
So anyway, so that's the silliness. Berto Garcia. We'll drop the horrible country accents.
That's right.
We probably don't sound anything. In our head, though, right. we're spot on.
That's our, we're accurate.
We're like, goddamn. Yeah. I thought Kevin Fowler was in here.
Yeah, people were like drinking
right now.
Oh my god, they're like tailgating, listening to this
someone
podcast.
just pulled up to my house, started tailgating right now.
They're like bring the Bud Light, Michelob Ultras.
Out of nowhere, shit.
The Michelob Ultras is their thing. Like,
shit, they're out the beer, bait, and ammo. Yeah,
that's the other one of Kevin Fowler. I've been to a lot of Kevin Fowler concerts unintentionally.
Unintentionally? I used to go on purpose.
Yeah,
I remember. Listen, here's how long I really went through a Texas country phase, and I still like the older stuff. So like I started back when the whole spring throwdown, spring break.
Oh yeah, the first one ever happened. Yeah.
when it used to be headlined by Pat Green. Mm-hmm. Pat Green was the headliner.
Saw him at the Pro Rodeo.
Kevin was the feature act, and Randy Rogers went on like at 7:00, and sometimes not even on the big stage. Sometimes he was over like on the small stage. He was the opening act, and then I saw it cycle to. Then Kevin was the headliner. Randy was the feature act.
Pat Green is the opener.
And for a while, Pat Green went away. Then he came back as the opening act again, which is fucking crazy.
Camp on me, wave on wave. That's 2002.
Wave on wave. Yeah, it was probably Songs About Texas is probably the last album of his. Lucky Ones was good.
Yeah. We saw him at the rodeo that came. He was.
That's right. I'm so glad that they've started to have music. At the Corpus Christi rodeo because we didn't used to. So.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the Ramon Ayala one.
That would have been dope.
Yeah, that would have been dope. But I went to the Pat Green. You couldn't hear him.
Dope. Oh no.
Yeah, you could. I mean, if you were down there, you could hear him, but over there, you really couldn't hear him. He was very low, and I think he was intoxicated as f.
I mean, shit. Listen, if a man can't have 700 acres
and a missile silo,
a couple of all-terrain vehicles,
and a Darrell Waltrip NASCAR replica, 1/6 replica, hanging on his mantle next to his Billy Bass,
and drink himself a couple cases of Coors.
That's right.
Shit. What the fuck we here for?
That's right.
Is this still America?
That's right.
Shit.
If you cannot have Little Nas X, Billy Ray Cyrus come together in racial harmony.
Listen,
they're basically like that.
Listen, if country was racist, why would Billy Ray Cyrus make a song with Lil Nas X?
Right, they're like the ebony and ivory of our time.
You know what I'm saying?
Stevie Wonder.
They are
Paul
building
McCartney.
A bridge over troubled water.
And I believe
you know what I'm saying?
Was it the judge that love can build a bridge?
Yes.
There you go. A love between them, a platonic love between two males of a different color,
right?
Coming together in racial harmony, singing a beautiful song. Nothing more American than that.
Nothing more American than like
hard-working men.
Shit, I feel like taking my horse down to the Old Town Road right now. Shit,
that's right.
Got that, but yeah. So I went through all that. So I saw a lot of formerly great Texas country artists.
I mean, they're still great to you if you think about it.
Well, here's where I'm going with that, because I saw a lot of them for years. There's this state pride thing that we got going on in this beautiful, well-shaped state of ours. Because it's like this, just shape-wise. Like, forget anything else.
Right.
Like, none of the other states have a fucking cool shape.
They don't have a waffle.
No. Like, we're just like we look beautiful. We look like a cookie cut. Like that's
true.
That
Everything
shape.
else is like a stupid tortilla. Every other state looks
right, or just like a rectangle with like a little, like a little
Wyoming
misshapen.
Wait, one of the states is just like a freaking rectangle.
Yeah.
Rectangle.
Just a rectangle, man. just a little misshapen rectangle. That's all y'all are living in, you know.
Yeah, but Texas is beautiful.
Texas is a beautiful shape. So I like when artists come out and they'll spend the first 5 years of man, I'm Texas. Man, I'm Texas. And fuck LA, fuck Nashville. Shit. I'm 100%.
Yeah, Texas country.
Texas country.
And then Texas country all starts sounding the same.
And then here comes Big Fish Records or something like. I said, hey, we want to make a record with you, Kevin Fowler.
Like, all right.
Oh,
Kevin
shit,
Fowler.
Yeah.
Kevin Fowler.
Yeah. Hey, Texas, I want to thank y'all for supporting me all these years.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm going to go out to Nashville and make this record real quick.
There's the other guy that he's not very well known, but he was, I don't know, way back in the day. Remember Nashville Star?
Nashville Star.
Miranda
Oh, yeah,
Lambert?
yeah, the like American Idol.
Yeah, there was a Texas country guy that was on there. He was a judge. He's I forget his name.
Jack Ingram?
No, you're not the best, but you're the best that I can do. He sings that song.
Not the best, but the best that I can do.
Yeah, I forgot who it is.
Gary Allen?
No. He's from Texas.
He's from Texas.
Yeah, Gary Allen actually hated that show.
Yeah.
By the way, because I like Gary Allen. So
Gary Allen's cool. I've seen Gary Allen a couple times.
My friend saw him when his wife had died.
Yeah,
and he said that he was crying, crying throughout the entire show.
Okay, so here.
Okay, you got that. So I'm gonna get okay, you're giving me firsthand information now.
Let me give you a story about. You get to the point where you don't trust anything anymore,
right?
Because, I mean, I get that happened. And he was emotional, whatever. I saw Chris Cagle one time in San Antonio, and it was right after. I'm trying to remember the backstory, but
some news had just broke about his personal life, and I want to say that it was something having to do like his wife or his girlfriend had a baby, and it ended up not being his.
Oh wow!
And like he found out like that week that he was scheduled to perform, and I remember I was taking my girlfriend at the time, to go see him for her birthday. So that's why we were kind of keeping track of it, because we were like, it was to the point like, is he gonna cancel it? And he didn't cancel it. And he's doing the concert, and it's a fucking great concert, man. Like it was my first time seeing him. I wasn't like really into him at that point.
Was it like early 2000s?
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, okay, I'll go, because it was her birthday and she wanted to go, kind of thing. So we went, and I'm out there. I'm like, fucking, this dude's fucking killing it, man. Like he's fucking really like fucking putting into. I was like, so I became a fan that night, and then he gets to his song "Miss Me, Baby." And
Miss Me, Baby,
right? Right. He does this song.
You know that was made for radio.
I've been going through a lot lately, whatever. And it's got a great little hook line, and everyone starts singing along with it because it's nice and slow.
Lighters, not the
no
cell phones.
lighters. We were in Cowboys, so it was inside. And he's like, takes off his hat.
Oh no!
Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
I just met.
Are y'all singing that song back to me right now? I swear to God, that has never happened. He started like tears, bro.
Wow.
I just want to thank y'all so much right now.
He'd never have anybody sing his most popular song back at him.
But I was right up against the stage.
Yeah, so you were.
I was right up against the stage, so I saw the tears, dude.
And you were feeling it.
And I was like, fuck.
That's real.
Like this dude's like singing
Texas
his
country.
soul right now, bro. So then flash forward.
Oh no.
5 years.
I already know what's happening.
5 years. 5 years. He comes to Brewster Street. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Yeah. I felt it last time.
I felt it last time. I gotta go.
I felt the spirit of Texas country.
And first of all, Randy Foster opened for him, which I love songwriters more than anything.
Of course.
And so I dug Radney shit. Chris comes out. It's a good show. He's bantering, explaining the songs. He's writing.
Do whatever you
he's
think
at,
a songwriter does.
all that, and we get to Miss Me Baby.
You waited 3 hours specifically for this song. That's what happens. They play their hit at the end.
And so I was on track all the way till then, right? Towards the end, it's like one of like second to the last songs or whatever. They end on an upbeat one, so it was probably like the second to last song. Without missing a beat.
Oh no!
Hold on, real quick. Yo, stop playing for a second. Are y'all singing that song back to me right now?
Like he's just stuck in some acid trip forever. Like he never got out of
I'm
it.
like, no, bro.
And you're in the front this time.
I was like, you ruined it. We had like, I felt like we had that moment. Like I would tell people, like, dog, no, Chris Cagle, dog, is an artist.
He's an artist, dude.
He's an artist, man.
He felt his art being thrown back at him in a way that I have never seen anybody be so affected.
Right.
And I felt it.
And so it ruined the memory for me. So what I started telling myself is like, maybe I saw the first time
Ever.
So
this is to convince yourself.
like that I saw the first one.
Right.
And it was real, but then he got a lot of feedback from that and a lot of fans. So then he just made it, because we do that as comics.
That's true.
Sometimes we stumble across a joke in a set and that worked. You know, and so when we say, that was off the dome, I've never said that
thank
before.
you so much. Yeah.
But then the next time it's a good joke, so you say it again and you say it again, and you say it again. Now the bad part, at some point you got to stop saying I just came up with that, because it's not true anymore. Like you've now said it.
I would just lie all the way.
Yeah.
Well, you know what'd be funny?
I do. I don't want to say I judge, but I cringe when I see comics do that. Like that I know like every set they're like oh, did I say that wrong?
Yeah.
Like
I you know what I used to do and I hated it is Like when you have a new joke, sorry, I messed that up. It's like they don't know if it's a new joke.
Yeah, they don't know, and they don't care.
But I was going back to your Chris Cagle. What if, right? What if that was his first time? You experienced it.
I
right?
experienced the realness.
First time. But then 5 years later, right? He didn't get that reaction ever again. And so he had forgotten about that one moment. And then he's there and he's like, oh my God, no one's ever saying this to me. And so you're hating that moment because you shared the first moment.
Yeah.
But he didn't know. Like, he never experienced that moment ever again in any of his songs, after, like concerts after that, except for this time
except
again.
For that one.
So you're sharing it again, but this time, no, it's not the same because I remember you forgot.
Right.
You know?
And you see, I get that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's my like Chris Cagle story, right? Because I was just kind of like, what the fuck. So like I get what you were saying about Gary Allen, like, but ever since then, like whenever I see,
now you're like, wait a minute.
Whenever I see artists being like vulnerable. Like, are you really, or is this like a just like a ploy to make yourself seem vulnerable?
Yeah, I haven't seen an artist be like vulnerable like that. I've never been like only on TV. You know what I'm saying?
I get why that would be an emotional thing.
Yeah, like
to hear your words being sang back to you especially for the first time. Like it is this kind of like awesome, like in the literal sense, like I think awesome's an overused word, even myself. But like in the true sense of the term, it would be awesome. Like what the fuck, like yellers singing the words that I wrote, that I created.
See, that's what I've always wanted to do. Like when I first started doing stand-up comedy,
right?
I was like, man, I want to be so big that people are just reciting my jokes back to me.
So have you seen Gabriel Iglesias' new special?
No, not at all.
He ends it the last like 2 minutes. He goes back and does like some of his biggest jokes from like the first 2 specials. Right. So he doesn't do the fluffy one, but he did
the donuts.
He did the donuts.
Okay.
You can smell it.
Yeah.
He did that one. He did the Fat and Furious one, and I think he did like one more.
And the audience was in on it.
And the audience was just sometimes ahead of him.
That's fantastic.
And I was like, that's like rock star fucking an arena, not even just a comedy club. He was at the Toyota Center. So then
my dream is shattered because if this happened,
because it still would be awesome when it happens for you.
Because my inspiration was Marco Antonio Solis. He has that "Si no te hubieras ido" song. Si no te
I'm not that Mexican.
Sería tan feliz. Now this song is like his biggest thing. You know, he's the lead singer of the Bookies. But there's this video on YouTube. Bookies? It's like 7. He's white and he's doing Jesus Christ pose, and women are just screaming all of the words at him. And then he smells his fingers like this, like he acts like it's like juice, like vag juice, just like that. And women just lose their stuff, and they're singing all his songs from him. He goes El frío, and he just like that. He stops. Everybody sings it. He just like, I was like, man, I wish I could do that. But if you watch it, it's like 7 minutes of greatness because he's just there, and women are clamoring for him. They're crying. Guys are singing.
Fucking A.
And the minute the tune starts, doom, 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 the arena. So that was my hope, is like I could just say like 2 words of my first joke, and people just scream and do my entire
just
joke.
Be able to walk away from the mic for a minute.
That's exactly what
y'all
he did.
Do the joke.
Yes, that's exactly what I was like. That was my inspiration. But now that you tell me this, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, well, he did the joke. He didn't like walk away, like, but it was like you could hear the people in the arena like saying the joke.
That's fantastic.
Along with him, and I was like, that's fucking dope.
That's an apex.
The rest of the special was kind of a letdown for me. And it's hard to say that because I have such tremendous respect for him, and he's definitely
jokes when you said that you're being compared and everybody thought it was fluffy. You said
right.
Dave Chappelle or something. That was your punchline.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
I love that joke. I love that joke so much because it was like fluffy, and then you just turned on like, no, that Dave Chappelle. Like, dude, laughing so much, hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. And and that's a testament to how big he is, like professionally, because you can't be a big Hispanic comic now without being compared to him. Regardless if you do, like, I don't do voices, I don't do any of the stuff that he does.
Well, back then it was Freddie Prinze Jr., then it was Paul Rodriguez. Well, Cheech and Chong to an extent, but you had Paul Rodriguez. I guess you would say Carlos Mencia at the time, and then George Lopez. Now you have Fluffy. Right. And it's going to be hard because I think he found this. Well,
I think definitely Gabriel has been the most consistent, transcendent culturally, with the exception of Freddie. Yeah. But he was really in a time when comedy was kind of different.
That's the freaking golden age, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely in modern times, like he's definitely had the biggest impact.
Yeah.
People that are
He's like the Kevin Fowler of comedy.
Latino know him.
Kevin Fowler of Latino.
What are you playing with?
That's right here.
Okay,
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
I get excited. We're talking about comedy.
It sounded like a fucking Geiger counter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You want to know why?
Why? Could you play Fallout 4?
Because we're doing fucking comedy gold right here. So that's
double uranium.
I should have a little Geiger counter.
Dude, yeah,
fucking because I'm giving you gold right now.
Give me gold on my Geiger counter. It's radiated gold. All right.
I don't even know what a Geiger counter is.
It measures radiation.
No. What's the metal detector? What are those called?
Metal detectors.
Oh, you see, I thought that was the same thing.
No, Geiger counters are for radiation. The only reason I know that is because there's Fallout 4.
Oh, okay.
And it's called. There's a song on there called "Uranium Fever,"
Uh-huh.
and it's like an old timey song, and it's talking about a Geiger counter.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and it's a song. It's crazy if you.
Oh fuck me. Okay.
Yeah. But Geiger counter. So we're giving them. Uranium is. Gold.
I'm giving him
radiation is gold if you think about it, because people are like trying to start wars for it.
Right.
So yeah, you kind of. I mean,
right, but you know what's not all that shines.
Isn't all that glitters isn't gold?
All that glitters is
Remember that song?
Is not gold.
Remember that old song?
I was having a '90s rock party.
Oh really?
The other day on the patio.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was playing some fastball, bowling for soup.
Dang, dude.
Some gin blossoms.
What's the other one?
Goo Goo Dolls.
Candlebox. You had to have Candlebox.
I didn't have any Candlebox because my phone died. Some wallflowers.
Yeah.
Some Blues Traveler. Some
Oh
Hootie.
dang, dude. Hootie and the Blowfish. Wow, you're taking it to like 7th, 8th grade. This is 93, 94.
Yeah, no, I went full spectrum, modern rock.
Yeah.
104.5 the Octopus level shit.
104.5 the Octopus. Dude.
When you weren't quite hard enough to listen to C101.
See, the 90s for me,
yeah.
The 90s, I listened to all that stuff, and then I was Nirvana's In Utero, and that blew my mind.
Oh, okay, that's when you went full,
full all-turn suicidal.
I went, Everclear.
Yeah.
That was about my that was like father of mine. Yeah, it's like, yeah, Dad. What about you, Dad?
The most rebellious song for you is "Father of Mine" by Everclear. Mine was just like,
and then I'd always kind of laugh when I get to the line. You don't know what it's like to be a poor white boy in a black neighborhood.
You don't know what it's like being a poor black person in a black neighborhood. That's good. But you mentioned Blues Traveler. I like, my favorite song is The Hook.
Hook is good. Yeah. Hook is bad, but Run Around was the one that got all the radio play.
Yeah, Run Around. But The Hook is because it's based off of that song that everybody hears at the marriages and stuff. That tune, and that's what the whole song is based off. It has that exact same tune, and it says, "Doesn't matter what I say, the hook brings you back," type stuff.
Right.
It's pretty cool. So I like that. That's a pretty cool thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. But that's Geiger counter right there.
But yeah, man.
I also listen to 90s country a lot.
For sure. Berto, that I keep the interviews very short and concise on here because I do an intro, and basically, like I said, what I give my listeners is just a fun conversation.
Yes.
I don't really call it an interview or whatever, but it's fantastic. For those that were listening, if you enjoyed my conversation with Berto, it's probably because he is a fantastically talented comedian.
Very experimental.
He's had like 4 or 5 very successful comedy careers. Because he's retired 5 times,
like 5 times,
and every time he comes back, it's like he's funny again. It's great. So
it's great. Thank you.
So when are you scheduled for your next retirement? Do you know, or is
yes,
it just,
actually I do.
Or is
this
it
time.
Just when something bad happens in your life?
I go in that too, but I go into back into my cocoon, and I slumber for the semester. So maybe you have me till the fall.
Okay, so you're going to college?
Yeah, I'm going to college
right now before your daughters get into it. Is that the?
Well, I'll actually graduate 1 semester before my daughters do, and one of my daughters is already in college. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were still in high school.
Well, yeah.
But she's
my youngest
going.
is in high
she's
school,
doing
but she's
dual
doing
credit.
Yeah, she's actually at the
collegiate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool. So y'all go to college together.
We were.
You're like fucking back to school, man.
Yeah, I know, dude, but I can't afford all the books that Rodney. Not everybody gets Shakespeare for everyone.
Yeah, you're fucking Mr. watermelon, dog.
And I'm not a triple Lindy guy.
Do a triple Lindy, bro. Hey, call me sometime when you have no class.
It's so stupid. And another thing, Kurt Vonnegut, fuck you. That's my favorite line because he hires Kurt Vonnegut.
Whoever you had write this paper
doesn't know a damn thing
about Kurt Vonnegut.
And another thing, Kurt Vonnegut, fuck you. That's my favorite line in that entire film. He's just like, man, a legend.
So, Berto, do you? I know you're a true artist.
Yeah, I'm
very,
experimental.
Very much Kevin Fowler.
Yeah.
And Chris Cagle.
That's right.
So, do you do social media? Is there a place where you would
Just
like people to
Instagram.
go find you? Instagram?
Yeah, the Berto Garcia.
The Berto Garcia.
Yeah.
You can find him on there. Drop him a line on there. Give him a follow back. Do you follow back?
I'm a follow back girl. Yeah.
He's a follow back girl. So there you go. The Berto Garcia. It's right up here on the screen. If I don't get lazy, it's right there. The Berto Garcia. That's where you'll find him at. All right, guys. Well, thank you, Berto, for dropping in here at the Rancho Gordo.
Eso.
Here.
It's a mansion, Gordo.
Original Gordito Podcast, los más gran éxitos de Grupo Más, Intocable y mucho, mucho más.
Dígale no a la piratería.
All right, welcome to the next segment, Netflix and Chat, with my beautiful, beautiful wife, Sweets. How you doing?
I'm good.
Welcome to the.
I love it.
Rancho Gordo, Rancho Gordito here. This is the new corner of the living room.
Yes.
Semi-permanent. Beautiful, beautiful desk. My wife helped me put together.
Yes.
So now it's half podcast, half talk show, half. We're on YouTube now.
Woo-woo.
By the way, those of y'all watching on YouTube, thank y'all for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the Universal Comedy YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribing, if you're just a podcast listener, you can see us. You can see what we look like if you don't already know, and or just see what faces are doing when we're saying the shit that we're saying. So we were up late last night.
Yes.
So we're getting a late start.
Can I just say,
today.
I want to give us props that we put this desk together without one single argument.
Without one single argument stemming from the putting together of the furniture. Yeah. No, the rearranging of the living room was a different situation.
Yes, for
and
sure.
we realized I've been in this house because you were here before me.
Yes.
I've been here going on 3 years, close to 3 years.
Yes.
And I think this is the first, aside from the boys' room, which was just the guest room
Right.
before, this is like the first major rearrangement because we got 9 sectional, so there's not a lot.
There's not a lot of movement.
There's not movement to be had in the living room, really. So this was the first, like, oh, well, what if we put this over here and over there? So and I'm a simple person. I don't require much. So this is my little corner of the living room. I got DJ Khaled back here. Another one.
We the best.
Another anthem. Another podcast. Every podcast, every OG podcast is a banger. That's the rule, right? The last one looked like we put up some video clips. People had fun with them.
Yes.
How did you feel? Because you're kind of new to being on
I'm very shy and like to be behind the
video.
scenes.
I mean, other than your own social media.
Right.
So you
So it's strange. The thought of there's just a video of me sitting there in the world for
forever
everyone.
and ever
Yes.
for anybody to say whatever they want about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's very strange. But I mean, it's okay. We'll see.
Hopefully, people for the most part, people are positive. You get those negative people out there every now and then, and that's fine. You can say whatever the fuck you need to say. I just don't have to listen to it.
True.
I spent my week this week. I got a book on my Audible.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Recommended by my buddy Gerald Flores over at Taco Gear /SoTaco Podcast. By the way, congratulations for them.
Yes, they
to them
won.
for winning podcast of the year. Or what is this? Best local
podcast,
like a locals list.
Yes,
it's the Ben Magazine locals list. We were nominated, but we were early in the game. But
next year.
So we didn't really push it. But this year.
This year, we up in the views.
Yeah.
We up in the ante. We up in the content. We coming for you. So don't think you're going to repeat. So, Taco, don't just you're going to be like Golden State or shit. You ain't going back to back, son. Because when the OG comes for you, oh, yeah. Yeah, it's my little wrestling.
I see that. I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
Because when it comes down to the local list next year, I want you to know that the original Gordito podcast is coming to play.
Like you look real serious, like legit wrestler. Like
yeah, like legit. Because thought you knew, girl.
Oh, that's
thought
funny.
you knew I put it down like that. But no, congratulations, So
Yes.
Taco Podcast. If you haven't checked them out, they're on iTunes. So Taco SEW because she does sewing.
Yeah.
He does tacos. And
So Taco.
It's So Taco. So what were we saying before that? So we're doing the YouTube
Yes.
stuff.
We're up in our
so
game.
I was listening to this book that he recommended called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and it's a funny title, and it's I guess for the lack of a better genre, it's self-help. But a lot of stuff that I already practice. It ties a lot into Buddhism. Which was not surprising. I don't consider myself a Buddhist just because I don't like labels, but I do find that a lot of my personal, first of all, Buddhism not a religion. It really is just a philosophy of life, and you can be Buddhist and a lot of other things. So it was good. It was good to hear it kind of like in a contemporary take of the don't give a fuck, but really is just understanding that what you only have control over what you have control over in the universe, so you shouldn't let outside forces have such an impact on you.
Right.
So the only thing you have control over is your actions and your response to outside
those,
forces.
yeah.
So if something's angering you, you got to take responsibility for the fact that I am allowing myself to be angered by this person or by this situation. That was a fun little listen for me. So if you're on Audible or if you just like reading, I'm sure it's a short read. I listened to it. It's about like 3.5-4 hours of listening time. Called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. So,
I'm gonna have to check it out.
So check it out. You're gonna listen to it. How was your week?
I had a
Check
good
in
week.
with you real quick.
A lot of mommying this week.
A lot of momming. You're still home for the summer.
Yes.
But you're doing some online teaching. We told people about that. You're teaching for can you say the name of the company, or you just want just in general?
It doesn't matter. I don't think. VIP Kid.
So you're teaching for VIP Kid, and that is a online app, website, whatever you want to call it. That you teach English to kids primarily in China. Are they all in China?
Right now, they're all in China, but they're trying to branch out to Korea.
Korea, mainly Asian countries where English really is still not the primary language,
Right.
Because I think when you go into like India and stuff like that, they're still under like British. The school systems are still British, even though they're not under British rule. So I guess that would be the place where it would be most useful to have English teachers.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you do that online. So we actually got the other side. I was telling them earlier. We got the other side of the living room, which y'all don't get to see. But if you follow me on social media at Hobby Luna Comedy, you can actually, I'll show you her setup.
Definitely. I got a little space over there with all of my teaching stuff.
So now you got your little office / studio space.
It's very cool. It's exciting.
You're doing your videos, your little teaching videos.
Right. Hey, they're not little.
Not video, but they're live. They're live videos.
Yes,
There's
my
no
live. Yeah.
There's no production behind them, and they're not anywhere where you can see them.
Right.
It's just for the...
But who knows? Maybe I might get this whole being in front of the camera bug.
You're going to get the bug?
Maybe. I don't know.
YouTubers. We got 2 comments in 24 hours on
That's
my channel.
so exciting.
Not on the podcast video. One on the podcast video, one on an older video.
But that's exciting.
That's still cool. And it's people we don't know. So that means that just we're evidently pulling traffic from somewhere.
Yeah.
So, it's all good.
Definitely.
It's all good. It's all gravy. We had the boys this weekend. I was telling them we were
the Nerf gun.
We were Nerf fighting.
The best time. That was the best idea.
It was fun. Like I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. How long is it gonna be till someone gets shot in the eye or someone gets mad?
But it was great.
Yeah, it was great. It went really well.
I think we only stopped because the baby was upset, or
no, I think,
or maybe I was tired.
We were both tired. We were huffing and puffing because we were moving. We ganged up on Josh.
We
at one
sure
point
did.
Because first it was my job to clear the house, and then it was
and
his.
so Josh and I ganged up on you, and Louis stayed hidden the whole time, and he's very proud of that.
Louis is he to him he finished the game.
He did
strong. He didn't fire a single bullet.
Yes.
He hid the entire time. He didn't shoot anyone, but he also didn't get shot. So in his little 5-year-old mind, bitch, I won.
He was like, I had the best spot.
What are you talking about? No one found me. I said, Louis, please do not go to the military, man. They're gonna court martial you for abandoning your platoon, for deserting your post. He's like, no, I was just hiding.
I'm real good at hide and seek.
Don't get mad at me because I hid better than you did.
Oh yeah, that was funny. It was good times.
It was good times. Speaking of good times, we're gonna do a little review here. We're gonna keep this short because Berto went long. So apologies to Matt Damon. We're not gonna have time for it today, so I had to squeeze you in, and also the baby's not happy. I don't think they can hear her, but if they can,
she was playing and she was talking to herself.
Do you want to check on her real quick, and then we can come back and we'll do the review?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're good. Baby's good.
Baby's good.
We're back. Okay. So we're gonna do our review real quick because, like I said, Berto went a little long. So
real quick before you do that,
sure.
I heard just a snippet of your thing with Berto. You always say that you don't speak Spanish. That's a lie.
I dabble.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I alluded to y'all. There's a small chance that I get to go to Mexico coming up here soon. It's not confirmed yet. I don't normally like to put stuff out there till it happens because I'm a believer in energy and all that. So they asked. That was a question. They said, "Do you speak Spanish?" The show's not in Spanish; it's in English. So don't worry. I'm not gonna go there half-ass a Spanish set or something like that. But they were asking, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I said, "No, yes and no." I was like, I'm fine. You don't need to assign me anybody
like a translator.
You don't need to give me a translator or a handler or somebody to take care of me. I can get a taxi. I can order food. I can ask questions. I can get directions. I can function in a Spanish-speaking society. But I am not confident in speaking Spanish, and it's very broken to people that know the language. Know that I'm not speaking it correctly. To you, it sounds like I'm speaking
it sounds
Spanish.
great. Yeah,
but to people that know the language, they're like, "Oh, this dude doesn't speak Spanish." Like, because my big problem, anybody that took Spanish too knows verb conjugation is very difficult in Spanish, especially coming from English, because it's just add ing,
right,
ed, and that's it. That with Spanish, it depends on how many people, and is it past tense, present tense, future tense. Is it you and one other person? Is it you and an older person? Is it
So there's lots to take into consideration.
Right, and I'm not good at that.
Okay.
So therefore, I don't speak because I know I'm either using slang.
Okay.
Because that's the other thing. I grew up here in South Texas, so it's a little different. And so I try not to speak it in front of native speakers, if at all possible. Because
it's not that you don't speak Spanish; it's that you're not confident in your Spanish, and because you don't feel like you speak it correctly, fluently.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And I can't understand it at fast speeds. Like if I'm speaking with a native and they're American switch comes on, Spanish switch goes off, and
Got it.
No hablo. No hablo. even though I do hablo a little bit, because it's easy. Because I'm just like, yo, you're coming at me too fast. Más despacio, por favor.
Okay, that makes sense now. I get it now. Because that just always blows my mind when you say, I don't speak Spanish.
Because in my mind, I don't.
I see. I get it now.
Because I don't want to. Because you know what I'm saying. Like just because I know how to golf doesn't make me a golfer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Just because I know some Spanish doesn't mean I am a Spanish speaker.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay, I got you.
Speaking of Spanish speakers, who is a Spanish speaker?
Yes.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes.
That's who we're talking about. That's who we're reviewing.
Mr. Iglesias.
He had his first. He finally had a sitcom.
Yes.
So happy for him. Because I know this started back when he was just a guest role on George Lopez, and I had heard things. That a lot of his weight was a lot of the issue, because when you do a show like for a network, they want to insure you and all that. And that's what I was always like, because his fans know, they're like, how come he doesn't have a show?
Yeah.
How come? And he finally has one.
It's cool.
I was glad to see that it was very good. I thought the first 3 episodes were, they had to get some backstory out. You're getting to know the characters and their little quirks and intricacies, and it was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Do you want to go check on her again?
No, she's just yelling.
She's
not
babbling?
upset. Yeah, she's
playing.
just,
okay.
yeah.
I have the headphones in.
Oh,
you can hear.
Yeah, no, she's just playing. She's just yelling.
I just hear that there's a baby in the background.
Yeah,
okay.
No, she's fine.
Okay, and so the show it reminded me kind of like the old school shows, like Back Cotter, Head of the Class. Even Saved by the Bell started off as Good Morning Miss Bliss, as it was supposed to be about a teacher.
Yeah,
but it had that feel of it's the teacher and the students, and these are the students that the teacher interacts with the most, and then you get to see the personalities of in the break room.
Yeah.
As a teacher, you said you had an issue though.
I did, because it seemed unrealistic how much time they have in the break room. It seems like every scene is
why are they always on planning period?
They're always on planning period in the show. Like they're in class like 5% of the time, and they're on planning break 95% of the time.
Well, they're also maybe they're just going in real quick during passing periods, or that is a possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility. I'm thinking more in terms of elementary. There's not really a passing period, so you don't have that time. But okay, I could see that now. You can see it.
But what I loved about it was hard initially, because I kept wanting it to be like a reality show. I know it wasn't a reality show, but I kept expecting it to be like a reality show. Okay. So it was like a nice surprise that it was like a genuine, like back in the day comedy sitcom.
It's a sitcom. It's like it's not a single cam. It's not an Office or Parks and Rec.
Right.
It's not a dramedy like in Atlanta. It's sitcom.
Just a legit sitcom.
This is a set up, punch, jokes, laugh track.
I loved it.
It's obvious this isn't a real school. You can tell that it's a set. But it's got a real nostalgic feel to it. Like I said, going back to those Saved by the Bell type, school sitcom set in the school. That's what it was, and it was really good. So make sure you check out season 1 of Mr. Iglesias.
Yes,
on there, and give it your rating real quick, because
I'm gonna go 4 lunas.
4 lunas. I'm gonna give it 4 lunas too. Across the board, 4 lunas for Mr. Iglesias. Check it out on Netflix, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you rate and subscribe, and give us a review. Let us know you're listening, and we'll see you next week. You'll see us. Peace. One love.